Welcome to Liquidation, a real-time strategy game with a sci-fi fantasy genre. We're going to start off by producing our engineers, those will be our workers, and then placing down a military structure, the garrison. And to go alongside those soldier units that we'll produce from those garrisons, we'll put down our altar, effectively, because you can get heroes in this game. So those will be the commanders to support our units. So summon and provide upgrades for commander units, the meditation chamber.
As the crusade requires.
As you can hear, we're playing as the crusade. He's very happy to be part of it.
Are you in need of my unparalleled expertise?
Going to place down a food structure so we can continue building our units.
Immediately.
Now, I'm going to place down a power plant on each of these. So we have quenrium, which are your primary resource for producing, say for example, your first soldier unit, crusader. And then a power plant provides you the ability to mine energy, which is used for more advanced technology, as well as producing your heroes, because that requires quenrium and energy. So let's fill those up. We've got 6 on the quenrium. We've got 4 on each of these power plants. Now, if I want to get different types of military units, such as the riflemen, I'm going to need to build a armory. So let's place the armory down. Heroes coming out. We're going to go for a crusader with an axe, because that's one of the things you can do in this game, is you can get different variations on these units. Speaking of which, one thing to do is to increase my production so I can get more of those units, so we can go through this. The hero's waiting to pop out, but needs the food supply. You got primary resource, secondary resource, and food supply, and this is vehicle population, which will come into play when you get to tier 2 and such onwards. Because your main command structure, that is going to be very important.
Building completed.
There he is, there's the hero. Another food supply. Now we should have access to the riflemen, so we're going to build some of those. So I was speaking about the soldiers. All of these units, they have like this kind of flair with the crusade. You can either play as standard, which can then transfer into a shield, sword and shield type of unit, so he's more tanky. Or you can go for the axe, which means that he's going to have splash damage when attacking units. Now, we have a headquarters here. That's our command center. That's very important, because if you upgrade that, not only will it improve the mining efficiency, so you'll get a little bit more from your quenrium, but you'll also get access to higher tier units, including those vehicles that I've talked about. So what we're going to do is rally onto our hero and try to see if we can take an expansion. May as well get the other hero actually whilst we're at it, since you can get 2 of them. These armory upgrades are for your soldier type units, so your crusaders, your riflemen, your railguns. There's multiple different expansion points where you would want to take those precious resources to overwhelm your opponent, who will be at the opposite side of the map. There's lots of researches, so you can improve your heroes, you can improve your units, as you can see. Let's go for a royal guard. Now, at each of expansion point are these neutral camps, we'll call them, where after you've defeated them, you'll get access to place down the new command center, the expansion point, with one of your engineers. So if we go to Q and then stronghold outpost, we're going to need resources for it though. There we go. This guy is chonky and in the way.
Don't waste my time.
And now he's out. So you might notice that one of those units has a little symbol over them. It means they've leveled up. The engineer actually leveled up. He's one of my worker units, but I've taken him along for the ride because we can use those to actually put down expansions, so we can expand our empire. So the level basically grants your unit a bit more armor, a bit more damage, that sort of thing, and even a bit more health. There's another creep camp here. It's a little bit bigger because this creep camp in the middle is pretty strategically important. It will grant you the ability to get a few more quenrium nodes, so that is going to be more profitable for us. However, you've got to remember that it's also in the middle of the map, which is more exposed to your opponent when they're trying to get to you. So take it at your own risk, but since we're up against a normal computer, we should probably be okay, as long as we've got a little bit of experience in the game. Expansion's up. Let's start filling that up. Let's look at the workers going. So you can see here you've got 6 nodes and 2 power plants, energy spots basically, and here 4 and 1. So it's more profitable to go for the middle, but it's going to be harder to hold on to it. So we have an engineer who wants to place down a structure here. One way that you can hold on to this, if we take our other engineer, is place down these other structures. So you got your structures for producing units. So for example, if I wanted to do a factory here to go for
immediately.
Wait for it. Vehicles, that's the word I was looking for.
I've no time to
Then we can also put that down. And we can kind of treat this as a proxy base, and by that I essentially mean a territory with which you can produce units closer to your opponent. So that way you can amplify your pressure on your opponent more quickly than your units coming all the way from your starting base. So we can use the starting base to get some upgrades for our units. So grenades, for example, for your riflemen, that's pretty useful. This is already up and running, so that's great. We're going to go fill this and then finish this. You can actually get a couple of engineers from here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need some food supply as well, especially once I start getting more structures down to put those units in.
Don't waste my time.
So if you want to maintain control of an area, then you may want to invest in turrets. These are basically towers. So you can get towers that can see invisible enemy units because they might be trying some sneak tactics on your workers. That's something you're going to want to try to deal with.
This world must be cleansed of these inhuman. I've no time to idle.
So we've got a little bit more mineral, or I say quenrium, coming in. And that is going to help us out. If we upgrade to the final upgrade on our command center, that will give us a little bit more energy, but not more quenrium, because energy is like seen as the end game when it comes to the value of resources. The biggest stuff requires more energy. So we got our factory. We'll do a guard tower as well, since I was talking about towers. And what else shall we do? Twilight Shrine. That's basically like caster units. So you've got your sort of soldier units, your melee, your ranged, and then your anti-vehicle Royal Guard. Let's see how we do against these guys. I think we're okay against that little squad, so we'll deal with that. And we'll continue producing units, and then probably push into his base and teach him a lesson with the units that we've got. So pay attention to the health bars so you can micro your units back and try to get the best value, because it can be a little bit like Warcraft 3, which you may know. It's another real-time strategy game. Units are very sort of chunky, but it incentivizes smart micro play, which is something I'm experienced with doing in Warcraft 3. And then you may see some similarities to, say, for example, StarCraft 2 with the mining and such, and the layout. So, what else can we do?
I'll do it.
Oh, yeah, you got the spy drones. Those are interesting units. They do cost 1 food, so you've got to take that into account. But the interesting thing about those is you can apply those to units. And what it does is it will give like a boost to the unit, increasing its range and such. Oh my gosh, that's a much bigger force coming through this time. Yeah, I think we're going to have to work ourselves here. No time to idle. Just make sure you're pulling back all the time. Oh no, he's going to go down. He's just about. But I had to lose 1 unit on the right hand side because I couldn't pull him at the same time. Oh, get ready. Oh, sorry. That noise won't make much sense until you see what this guy can do, so you're going to have to wait for that. This is a big lad, and he packs a punch to the point where he pushes enemies back, so he's really fun to play with, that one. but you're going to have to wait because it takes a while to build up his ability. So they got killed just before he was about to pop off.
The path I go is soaked in blood.
Alright, so we got these spy drones I was talking about. They can be attached to an ranged infantry unit, increasing its sight, range, and adding critical strike. So it no longer detects invisible units. You might want to keep one just so it can detect invisible units alongside you. But otherwise you can give it to, say for example, your Royal Guards. With these are like the guys with the rail guns, good against vehicles. Or you can just go for your rifleman dudes. So let's attach to each. So now he's got +1 on the armor, he's got +4 on the fission. So there's like incentivization to doing that. It's kind of fun. I like the idea of applying something to another unit to give it an extra boost. This guy's like level 2. He's doing alright, isn't he? He's survived the brutal combat that we've been through. Okay, let's get more units. And tech up the main base. I'm going to go for some research here and there. Maybe get the Crusader shield. So if we get more of those normal Crusaders, then we can use those to be our front line. Improve our heroes so they're a bit better, a bit more efficient. If you've got idle workers, you can press F2 to locate those. You can press F1 to get all your heroes and units to move together. And the good thing is you can keep an eye on all of their health bars here at the bottom command card, and you can keep adding more and more units, and you can just see them. So you can select a lot of units in this and keep a good eye on them.
Research completed.
Alright, so let's rally on over to here. I'm going to take more of these idle engineers and just put down some more structures just to help out. Why not? Another factory. Ah, there's the caster. So the caster is like a support unit, really. Another garrison would be good, so we can spam out those units and then rally all of these structures onto a big unit that you expect to live. So speaking of which, let's go for the gladiator. That's going to be like a melee mech. So you'll see what I mean. If you ever seen the film Alien, you might get a similarity from that. So you can wait for that. Judicator is like a big lad. He's essentially like the military crusader, so your basic grunt, except a stronger version. So you know, like in Warcraft 3 you got like a footman, then you got a knight. Or in Warcraft 2 you got the grunt, and then you got the ogre. So he's basically like the ogre. He's the big lad. He can knock people back and stuff when he hits them.
Building completed.
So we've got gladiators pushing through. Get the grenades. Another thing to note, by the way, is you've got this kind of global ability bar here. So when you've got all of these different units selected, you can activate their different abilities, be it a rifleman's grenade or a hero's ability within the same sort of tab here. So it stops you from having to tab through everything. You can certainly do that if you wish to, but you have the ability now to be able to use multiple abilities with ease.
Research completed.
Okay. I think we've got a pretty big army, so we're going to push into our opponent and finish him off before we move into some more games. I guess he was thinking the same thing because he's coming for me. So let's go and chuck a grenade. What that does, after about a second it'll pop off, and it'll actually decrease the armor of the opponents, making it easier to kill them. But bear in mind that it can also affect your own units, so you got to take positioning into account. This is a summon, that's from the hero. Very nice, very cool. We have the mech. There it is. Look at that. It's coming in. Looks very cool. And you can give it an arm rocket launcher and a pulse cannon, so there's lots of different upgrades for all of this, of which I haven't memorized all of it, but there's a lot there. We can go for another gladiator as well, and then that would fill up the food count on the vehicle population. So just keep an eye on your resources and start doing what you need to do.
This world must be cleansed.
What we'll do is we'll keep an eye and see if our friend has taken an expansion anywhere. So we'll send some units off to the other locations. Otherwise, there's probably just neutral creep camps there. I don't think I've shown off the caster unit, so here he is. This guy can basically heal, so that's very, very useful, especially for your heroes to keep them in the battle. If you do lose a hero, you can get them back from the structure, so don't worry. Bulwark of Crusade, that's add armor and immunity to knockback, so knockback is something that the big lad does. He's got massive range. And he's attacking down there, actually. See? Look at that. Look how far he can reach.
We have encountered the enemy.
Ah, that's the noise.
Are you in need of my unparalleled...
So you got to take into account vision is very important in this game too. Make sure you keep an eye on everything. Because that way your vehicles and your units can attack from further distance.
My watch is eternal. There is no room for hesitation.
We're going to see if our friend has taken an expansion, which I believe they have. Because their units are funneling in from this location. So we got to go deal with that. This is another vehicle. Basically, probably quite good for like harassing units because it's very fast, very mobile.
Consider it done.
So you can see all these abilities. Resurrect is another caster ability, so pretty important considering some of these units can be pretty big and you want to get them back on the battlefield. Can turn the tide of battle for sure.
Research completed.
There you have it.
Our time has come.
Victory. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be a bit more challenging since I'm up against a player. So wish me luck. Let's go.
Whatever it is, I'll do it.
Get that food structure to go with the garrison. I like to prioritize an expansion if I can. I wonder if he's going to do a rush. I don't know. I'm not sure how he plays. So take that into account. But remember, we can take a safer point at the top left or go for that aggressive middle. But I feel like if you get the middle, once you can try to secure it, it's much harder for the opponent to try to take it back. Unless they can get a lot of ranged units.
Building completed.
So what we'll do is we'll create a bit of a choke point here.
Understood.
I'm not going to go for Crusaders. I'm going to try a little bit of a cheese. I'm wondering if this is going to work. So, get an armory. Put that here to sort of somewhat block off the minerals, just in case he manages to sneak through. We're going to basically skip, if we can, to mass range units. Something I would probably do in like Warcraft 3 or something and see if I can cheese it.
Building completed.
So, hero's going to come out. I would like to start getting riflemen as soon as the armory is done. I wonder if I should go double garrison. So I can really pump riflemen hard.
Building completed.
We'll find out. I need to get at least one rifleman and see how we're doing on resources.
Building completed.
I reckon you can probably do it. Get that guy to work. Oh, he's got a little worker unit here, but he's keeping an eye on me. He's probably trying to find out what I'm up to, which is fair enough. So I'm not going to put down that second one yet. Take me a bit of a while to get this guy down. So once we get him down, I feel like we can be a bit more safer putting down more rifles. He's seen that I've built a rifleman now, so that's interesting. Let's go for the further structure. Get another hero in a moment. I'll start sending out one of my dudes, which is just essentially a worker, to scout and see if he goes for an expansion at any location that I can send it to, so such as the middle. Somewhere like here, or maybe down here. Sort of keep an eye on him. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to move over to the top left. Although I am a bit worried about the top left being so far away. I think it might be easier to go for down here, because I think that might be a bit more...
We have encountered the enemy.
Yep. So careful on the aggro and the mobs. They're pretty aggressive.
Completed.
So that poor guy did not do very well. If we attack these mobs too early, we're going to take too much damage, so
Consider it
I
done.
think what we want to do is just get an idea. Yes. Alright, there we go. Because you can pull back and leash the mobs. Also, we're going to need to increase our food supply, so keep that on the go.
This
Second
world
hero's
must
out.
be cleansed of these inhuman.
Are you in need of my
Another one of
unparalleled
these. Thank you very
expertise?
much.
Do not mistake compassion for wisdom. There is no room
Right.
for hesitation.
We got lots of different
I've no time
hotkeys,
to idle.
so we're going to start playing around with this. Keep running, keep
On
pulling,
my way.
max distance. You can see at the bottom on the UI here the hotkey tabs that I'm using. Infantry weapons.
Stay focused.
Building completed.
Stay focused.
More rifleman spam. Time to get a worker over, I think, so I can put
Instructions
down
received.
my expansion.
This world breathes its dying breath.
At last.
Almost cleared this up and didn't take too much damage apart from my
Guide
hero.
me nicely.
On my way.
Awaiting orders.
I might put out a proxy farm or two just so I can see where he's coming from.
Understood. Understood. Faith without deeds is worthless.
On my way. At
He's not doing the middle, so I'll leave that alone for the moment. I'm going to check the bottom right. I'm going to put down farm there. You're going to go here and over here,
Immediately.
so you can do shift commands.
There is no room for hesitation.
We don't need to take any more damage. Ah, we got, yeah, that's going to be rough for him.
Whatever it is, I'll do it.
I might well screw him over pretty big time here. Send my hero into the...
Agreed.
We can snipe these much more easily with the mass range.
Building completed.
No obstacle will stand.
This is going to be much harder for him to hold now.
Our time
I am
has
abusing
come.
mass range, and he doesn't
Do
know
not mistake compassion for wisdom.
just sort of where I am in this game necessarily.
Do not
So
mistake
he may be
compassion
going
for wisdom.
a little bit more generous on me. But he's paying the price right.
At
Let's
last.
see. Pull these units back.
This world must be cleansed of these inhuman.
Awaiting orders, sir.
Building completed.
Get in there, my son.
This world must be cleansed of these inhuman. This world must be cleansed of
More
these
riflemen.
inhuman. I've no time to idle.
He's blinked out.
Perish.
Yeeted out of here. Finish off the main base whilst we can profiteer off of R1.
Instructions received.
So my farms, they're going to increase my food, but I'm also going to be able to see, yeah, that's worth. I might want to find a way to get out of here soon,
I've no time to idle.
because otherwise I'm going to get overwhelmed, I think. My expansion's safe, I'm not being attacked there.
At last. Do not mistake
I'm
compassion.
fine over here for
Our
now.
time has come.
I don't know if he's got any invisible units, but we don't need to fight at this location anymore since we've done what we need to do.
Immediately.
So we're going to group up our units together. Keep filling this up. I've got lots of energy. I'm going to have to find a way to use that at some point. So probably teching up will be important.
I'm going.
We could actually potentially kill the creeps just to get some experience.
As you say.
It's possible he actually, that was his second
away.
expansion. If he had a second expansion, that means he'd have a first, and I'd be in much more bigger trouble.
Rifles ready.
We'll send this guy out.
Instructions received.
I'm going.
Keep pulling. Keep cheesing. And then we've got tech going through. I'm going to get a defensive invisibility
As the
detector
crusade
turret.
requires.
Oh no, my hero.
It's about time.
That's okay, we'll get him back.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking a lot of damage from those guys. Let's go more units and hero back once again.
Research
She'll get more
completed.
experience. That was certainly brutal.
Building completed.
And we're going to go a turret here.
Understood.
Ah, that's what I thought. Yep, too late. He's
Understood.
definitely going to get my expansion. I won't be able to get much from that. I took quite a beating from those units in the middle.
Instructions
So we've
received.
got to pull more units in. I don't know these units too well. He's got mass range as well, so yeah, he's got loads coming in.
Do not mistake compassion for wisdom.
Can't really prioritize going for my tech because I need to get more units out. Has he got upgrades?
I've no time to idle.
At once, my lord.
I'm going. I'm going.
I'll handle it.
I've no time to
As soon as I get a worker out,
There is no room for hesitation.
try and put a turret down, so at least that's some extra defense.
Agreed.
Got ourselves a bit of a stalemate here.
As the crusade.
We have encountered the enemy.
Oh, we've still got one little guy left over in
Our
the middle.
time has come.
Classic. Right. I'm gonna go for improved ocular implant and grenades since I've got so many riflemen.
This world must be cleansed of these inhuman.
Just trying to
As
get
the
my little
crusade
worker.
requires.
Our time has come.
Building completed.
I'll handle it.
Our time has come.
Hard work.
Trying to keep an eye on him.
We have encountered the enemy.
Oh, is he sneaking into my
As the
base?
crusade requires.
Because I haven't got the turret that can actually attack that. I'm going to leave a couple of units to go for that and micro this guy around. But I'm not going to leave this because I think that's what he'll try to go for.
Rifles ready.
Alright, you need to get like a defensive
Research
structure as well.
completed. We have encountered the enemy.
Immediate.
Building completed.
Hard work. Conquers
There we go.
everything.
He's attacking again, but we've got this structure here to give us an idea on when he's
Awaiting
coming.
orders.
No obstacle will stand.
Building completed.
I'm going.
I don't know what that is. Slows me down by the looks of it.
No obstacle will stand. Do not mistake compassion.
I'm getting cheesed myself now.
Agreed. There is nothing to fear but failure.
That is pretty hard to move. Uh-oh. Okay, we're back.
Rifles ready.
I wanted to get those grenades. So how do I get those grenades again? Give me those grenades. Just need the resource for it. So I've got to be patient.
This world breathes its
So that's alright.
breath.
He must have got the expansion back up at this point now.
Agreed. Reporting in. Awaiting orders. As the crusade requires.
We need our hero back. That AoE is pretty obnoxious, I gotta say. Get hero.
Don't waste my time.
I'll go for... Oh yeah, he's coming around this way.
Let's make this quick.
Research
I don't know there's a
completed.
way to sort of use that up, but he's going to try to stop me from coming over now to defend my base with the choke
Guide
point.
wisely. Let's make this quick.
Yeah, that slow is horrible, man.
It's about time. Guide
Can I even get out?
wisely.
I'll have to go the long way around.
At once, my lord.
Keep those guys back because they're going to get ganked in a moment.
I'll handle it. Let's make this quick. There is nothing
I'm going to
fear
try to attack
but
into this
failure.
location.
I'll handle it.
Don't know where he's sneaked off
Let's
to.
make this quick. Hard work conquers everything. There is nothing to fear but failure.
Keeping an eye down here.
My skills. As
He
the
didn't
crusade
re-expand at that
requires.
location. I thought he might do.
Immediately.
Could be a bit greedy, but if he hasn't gone
It's
there,
about time.
Building completed.
gonna send one guy off.
Guide
Go
me
check the top
wisely.
left.
Building completed.
Rifleman standing by. Let's make this quick.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, he's up there. So he must have gone. Yeah, he's gone over here. So we've got one guy there.
Faith
That
without
might
We
just
have
distract him
encountered
by
the
itself.
enemy.
The path I go is soaked in blood. Consider
Keep an
it
eye.
done.
We have encountered the
Looks
enemy.
like he's got a big army.
Building completed.
Wait for it. Grenade. Grenade, grenade, grenade. Blow him up, boys. Distract him. Get him out of here. I've cancelled that. I've got this up now. Let's get some defensive structures at this place. More units coming in. Grenade, if I've got one. Chuck it down here, where you have to go walk into my troops. Oh, looks like he's got some big lads there, so I've got to go push up now.
There is no room for hesitation.
Keep going. Have we got an idle worker? We do. So let's put down factory.
I'll handle it.
Where's my
We have
factory?
encountered the enemy.
And I'm going to tech up again, maybe. No, I need something else. I need Twilight Shrine for that.
Passion for wisdom.
I think we might have him on the ropes here, because I don't think he's got expansions otherwise.
On my way. I've no time to.
Building completed.
And we're defending that point. We're defending this point. Can I get... what is it? Twilight Shrine. I think that's the one I wanted.
Understood.
Base is a little bit blocked in.
This world
Could be a
must
good thing, could be a bad
cleansed
thing.
of these inhuman-
Building completed.
Factories going up. I'll boost up the heroes so they're a bit more useful. Inject quenrium. Boost movement speed, attack speed for a short time. That's on Crusaders. I'm not using too many Crusaders here. I'm cheesing the riflemen. Let's go for weapons on the infantry. Let's go for an obliterator because I love that unit. I think it's cool. And more food supply, just a little bit in front of the base. This construction is almost complete.
There is no room for hesitation.
Building
I'm going to back off a
completed.
little bit. And I'm going to
Research
send one
completed.
food dude over here. When I call on the food dude, it means I'm putting down a structure in front to scout.
As the
Obviously there are
crusade requires.
units I can use to scout with, invisible units,
I'm
but
honored that you require my skills.
I'm using the farm technique. So,
Building completed.
rifleman with a sniper. We're going to get Savant and Apprentice. Upgrade that. Try to go for Stronghold. But I think we can do another push in the moment, just to test the waters.
Research completed.
Especially once I get the Obliterator out, I can definitely push into his base to get a feel
Hard
for it.
work conquers every.
Building completed.
We'll fill up the rest of these resources. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second. What is this? What is this?
Your instructions. Moving now.
Chucking grenades just to back him up a bit as I regroup. Where's my Obliterator?
Building completed.
There he is. There's the big boy.
We
Casters
have encountered the enemy.
coming along. He's moving his way down. He's coming in from that side.
On my way.
Wait for it. He doesn't know I've got this big unit yet until he can see it. Oh, now he can see it. I think he's backing off a bit. He's got to recharge its attack every time.
Our time has come.
Research completed.
Going for a gladiator because I've got tier 3.
There is no room for hesitation. Do not mistake me.
Hit the bulk of their units with the Obliterator if I can. I might need to split these a little bit because it looks a bit dirty.
Hesitation.
Heroes down here just about alive, so that's good for me. Get some Judicators. My heroes are all dead now, so I can rebuild those, but I've dealt with the units. I think we now push into his base. Yeah, GG. It's holding on to that expansion was really the tough thing there. But we managed it.
Servant of the crusade.
GG.
I'm glad you see my strategic value.
Let's try another 1 versus 1 against the Dolt and see what we can do. This is Legion. They are work in progress, and I'm work in progress because I'm not very familiar with this race. So one thing I do know is they can summon units and buildings. Summon buildings at least. So you don't actually have to hang around.
What is your will?
So they're pretty good for like jumping around places and setting stuff up without too much
My way.
hanging about.
What is your will?
So we have, let's see, barracks, smeltery. So smeltery would probably be like
Moving out.
your research. Can I put that down?
On my way.
There we go, thank you. We got build beacon,
Building completed.
and we're going to go for some juggernauts. Those would be our melee tonky boys. You'd feel like you could try to take a fast expansion. You'd have to get a lot of units. Maybe try to take the left again.
Building completed.
Super fast. Actually, that reminds me, I need to get a hero, don't I? So that would be Spirit Tower, will it?
It shall be done.
There it is. So we're going for
My
that.
faith is unbreakable.
I'm not too worried on overfilling on these at the moment, since I don't desperately need the energy. I need the quenrium more than I need
Building
that.
completed.
There we go. Get those
Building
lads out.
completed.
So what have we got? Melee damage. I might do upgrade. I need to get a decent chunk of them though. This is coming through, so we'll wait for that. Let's go try upgrades. I think upgrades might have a bit of impact on the melee, because they're going to need it.
Building completed.
And get our hero when we can. Let me have him. Quick.
Building completed.
Hurry up, little workers. Hurry up. Okay. Not as familiar as to what these are, but I assume these are towers. So these food farm supplies can probably turn into towers, would be my guess. Get the other hero as well. And another juggernaut.
Research completed.
Chase my opponent down. That's going to be the plan with my melee units. If we go too early, we take too much damage trying to set up the expansion, but obviously the expansion doesn't take too long to go off, so
Of course, my lord.
we've got to take that into account as well.
We have encountered the enemy.
So we're going to try. This is a pretty small army for me,
Of course, my lord.
but we're going to try to get that expansion ASAP. That's the cost. If he put a lot of pressure on me here, that would be really, really bad.
By your command. Of course, my lord.
Come on, keep going.
My faith.
We need to pull this guy out so I can put down the structure. Thank you.
Moving out.
Poor little guy's getting chased.
Moving out.
There we go. Ramparts outpost.
By your command. How can I serve?
Right. We're doing okay on food, but we will need a bit more. I'm assuming that maybe the main structure puts down a bit of food, but we'll
By
see.
your command.
He hasn't gone through the middle yet, because that looks... I could be pretty exposed here.
Is unbreakable.
If I can put more pressure on him, it's harder for him to
What is your
go
will?
for expand.
By
Or
your
concentrate
command.
on his expand. That hasn't been done yet, so pull back.
It shall be done.
Go check out the other base. Got to be really careful on rally points here, though.
My
Gonna get stuck in there with my chunky boys,
My faith.
because I'm gonna be confident that they're pretty strong
What
and
is
quite
Building
capable.
completed.
He's got one turret. I don't know how good that is. I'm just gonna beeline into this, because I reckon one turret isn't gonna be too scary for me to deal with. And I think I've got him
quenrium?
with some pressure here.
My faith is unbreakable.
Actually, I'd say that looks kind of bad, so let's pull back and go for those rifles there.
My
Again,
faith is
expansion.
unbreakable.
He's already got his set up.
Quenrium must flow. Of course, my lord. Of course, my lord.
Use the ability if we can. Oh yeah, got a multi-shot here.
Is unbreakable. It shall be
That
done.
hero's gonna go down.
On my way. What is your will?
Keep getting your heroes back.
What is your will?
I might go to his main base now.
The quenrium must flow.
I need
What is your
more of
will?
these guys to train. You can see the units being trained actually on the building itself. This is a one-way trip if I do this though, so if I could take out one or two of these workers, maybe it'd be worth it.
How can I serve?
Nice going for my range here.
We have encountered the enemy.
The quenrium must flow. My faith is unbreakable.
Back that
Of
off.
course, my lord.
It's gonna die probably. Won't be able to keep that alive.
The quenrium must flow. For honor and glory.
He's really pulling all these workers off. Big chunky boys though, taking the hit. That one's not going to make it out though.
We have encountered the enemy.
Uh-oh, don't go there. We got our workers, they're happy. We're going to need to back out of this situation soon, because it's not going to be beneficial for us. Just back him off.
We have encountered the enemy.
And I need to get another military dude.
We have encountered the enemy.
My hero has been sniped by this gosh darn middle creek camp that's so aggressive. My energy is basically just used for rebuilding my heroes at this point. Just going to check the bottom right whilst I think I got some time.
My faith is unbreakable. Of course, my lord. What is your will?
Nope, that is empty. Back it up.
We have encountered the enemy.
That is definitely not cleared. Good luck to you surviving that one.
Building completed.
Gonna get the improved biological healing.
My faith is unbreakable. How can I serve?
See if I can take the top left as well.
What is your will?
He might do a push though, so I don't want to take too much damage.
How can I serve? My faith is unbreakable by your command. The quenrium must flow.
Gonna need to upgrade. Actually get a couple more workers now. I might need a bit more energy. Yeah, he's doing the top as well.
Of course, my lord. On my way.
It's mine.
Research completed.
What is your will? As you wish.
He's gonna want to build over here though, right?
Moving out.
If not, he might come back later. We'll see. I'll take my chances and slap that down.
By your command. It shall be done.
What's
On
that?
my way. Of course, my lord.
Well,
The quenrium must flow. What is your will?
I'm not feeling too confident. It really comes down to whether he lets me get away with this
The
expansion.
quenrium
So if I keep pressure on his expansion, even though it means walking into that turret... Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Come round.
It shall be done.
We have
Rally over
encountered the
here.
enemy.
I might try to get over to that turret, because it's going to take a while for his units to get there. So if we come round
Building
cleanly,
completed.
get in there, focus those turrets down. I don't know how tanky they are, but we want to make sure units are attacking as efficiently as they can do. He's coming quite
We have
quickly,
encountered the
and it's
enemy.
taken a while to get that turret down, so I'm going to back off. Those turrets are really tanky. Well, he's gone to the bottom, obviously, so we'll send some units there to cancel the expansion he's going for, and just try to keep the expansion at the top.
My faith is
Actually, keep that.
unbreakable. The quenrium must
I'm going to go to the top of his base. I'm going to send some units down to there.
faith is unbreakable.
We have encountered the enemy. We have encountered the enemy.
Oh, he hasn't done this. I thought he was. Okay, good.
The quenrium
Either way. The only downside is I'm bringing him over to this side now.
We have encountered the enemy.
The quenrium
Uh-oh, back off.
flow.
I think he's a lot stronger than I am.
Unbreakable. What is your will?
Might be worth me trying to get a turret or two if I can. I don't know how to get that, but I can get gateway. So gateway's not a turret. So I don't know. That won't save me.
How can I serve?
Unless I just keep trying to harass. Because at least if he goes for the expansion, then, you know, he's going to get punished.
What is your will?
He'll punish me, but
How can I serve? The quenrium must flow. My faith is unbreakable. The quenrium must flow. What is your will? How can I serve?
Research completed.
To battle! Of course, my lord.
Send in the boys and just kill his workers, I think.
How can I serve?
Put one on each.
What is your will? On my
Don't want to be
way.
having that fight for too long, buddy. That's not going to work out for you.
Building completed.
What else we
We
got?
have encountered the enemy.
Factory, foundry, by the sounds of it.
Your will.
I don't know what sacrificial pit is. We'll try it.
On my way.
I've lost my military units there, but I did kill his workers.
By your command. Of course.
Got to try to get out of that situation now.
Building completed.
And he's going to block me there, so that's
Of
fine.
course, my lord.
Not fine, but it is.
How
It's
can I
understandable.
serve?
Distract him with these
By
two.
your command.
We have
I'm
encountered
going to take
the
my healthier
enemy.
units and move those over to the top, because the other two aren't so important, since they're
Of
almost
course, my
injured.
lord.
I need to get my heroes back, because those are being neglected.
Building completed.
Go for the workers again.
How can I serve?
He's getting vehicles.
We have encountered the enemy.
Speaking of which, maybe get my own vehicle when
We
I
have
can afford it.
encountered the
Good
enemy.
luck being able to afford it though.
We have encountered the enemy.
Nothing here to do, I don't think.
How can I serve?
Up you go.
The quenrium
Nope, nothing
must
here.
Our base is under
More
attack.
here. Keep the workers busy. It's so chaotic.
We have encountered
Ah,
the
he finally
enemy.
got to my expansion point here. Okay. With one of those harassed tanks. And I don't know how to deal with that other than send these units and keep getting more workers.
My faith is unbreakable. Of course, my lord.
I'll try and get out of here. Don't think there's too much to keep alive. Oh yeah, I should have put down a house or a farm and then upgrade it into a tower.
How can I serve? To battle!
Take those back. Put those on there. Get one of these. Get whatever the heck that is.
We have encountered the enemy.
So if I do a tower or something, try that.
How can I serve? It shall be done. Of course, my lord.
Keep them coming.
Building completed.
Still need your heroes to come back and then boost them.
What is your will? What is your will?
What else?
My faith is
So we get the tower here.
My faith
That
is
there.
unbreakable.
Go
How can I
there.
serve? What is your will?
Keep the units flowing because he's going to have a pretty ridiculous army, I think, soon.
My faith is unbreakable.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, there we go.
On my way.
Try and flank him from behind.
On my way.
Just keep pressure on because I need more time to build units.
Moving out. By your command. Of course, my lord.
Building completed. Our base is under attack.
She's setting up more summons.
My faith
This looks
is
okay.
unbreakable. On my way. As you wish.
That's a big lad.
How can I serve? As you wish.
Keep the
How can I
pressure
serve?
on.
We have encountered the enemy.
Careful.
On my way.
I don't know really the abilities of the Legion, so I'm kind of on A move for the
Of
most
course,
part.
my lord.
Oh, we got the desync. Darn.
By your command.
That was a good pressured game up until that point. Hello, welcome
The
back.
quenrium must flow.
Let's try this Legion. I'm gonna go for hero ASAP.
It shall be done. As you wish.
Part of the reason why I'm doing that is a plan
What is your will?
to very slowly try to take out one of those creek camps whilst I'm
It shall
upgrading
be
technology.
done. As you wish.
So let's try to do that. We're going to need some energy to get the hero plus the
How
tech.
can I serve?
We only need a little bit of food supply for the heroes, and maybe they can clear it by themselves, and then just almost try going straight for vehicles. What's the worst that can happen?
Completed.
So,
What is your will?
these guys are waiting patiently.
What is
Jump
your
into
will?
the energy.
Building completed.
Get going. One more worker, and then we can tack up the base as well. If he decides to scout, we're going to be in trouble. Actually, might not want to tack up the
Building
base.
completed.
Actually, can I cancel? Yeah, you're
What
okay.
is your
Okay.
will?
I want to tech up really. I should have gone for the ranged hero. Oh, how much is it? 150 ramparts upgrade ability. So I must need another structure before I can tech up. So let's do this and look for the smeltery. It's probably the smeltery if I was to be a guessing man. Smeltery. Get that going. Then get your hero. 150 for that.
Is unbreakable. My faith is unbreakable. It shall be done.
I won't be able to clear the expansion very easily with this guy, because he's going to be melee, even though he's got vampiric aura. Although if I get the demonic regeneration, maybe, but that is quite expensive. I really want to go for that tech,
We
but
have
we haven't got...
encountered the enemy.
Ooh, back it up. Let's have a look. What do I require for this? There we go. It was that structure. Okay. Now we start attacking these at what seems like max range. She's got a little glaive attack. This guy's committed, so that's good. So we've got him separated from the rest of this Creek camp. If we can separate him, then that's much better for me. We've got tech going. I'm going to go for that demonic regeneration so my heroes can actually regenerate. Or you could just sacrifice the hero to a degree and just rebuild him. 80 out of 80 isn't too bad. We got that big guy down, so that's good.
As you wish. My faith is unbreakable. By your command. By your
Okay,
command.
take a little worker over.
It shall be done.
I should have got maybe one
We
more
have
worker.
encountered the enemy.
We can fill in,
Research completed.
really pushing that expansion ASAP.
What is your will?
Foundry.
My
Okay.
faith is unbreakable.
So what do I need to tech up as well? I need,
Research completed.
I think, sacrificial pit probably. Some structure like that.
My faith is unbreakable.
We get more resources from this.
How can I serve?
Wait for this to go down.
My faith is unbreakable. Moving out. Of course,
Okay,
my lord.
there we go. Get him on there.
Must flow.
Take these guys back. We need sacrificial pits, as I suspected.
Moving out.
Increase commander damage, health, and unlock their third tier
What is your
ability.
will? Of course, my lord.
Building completed.
That went up quite quickly, actually. So now we can tech up again when we get 200. This is fast tech.
How can I
If a whole
serve?
bunch of units came in, I'll be in so much trouble.
Quenrium must
Building completed.
So definitely fill up on the gold mine over here. I'll call it a gold mine, you know what I mean.
The Quenrium must flow. It shall be done.
We'll get some military, big mechs and
What
such.
is your will?
Some vehicles up in here. So tech goes through quite quickly.
The Quenrium
Could be it's
must
somewhat safe and
flow.
put a tower down, but we're really taking a gamble
What is your
here.
will?
So foundry,
Of course, my lord.
let's get that.
The Quenrium must flow.
Straight foundries. Be worth getting another worker just to scout where his expansion is, because that's where I'm going to have to hit.
What is your will?
Wait for another 150.
Research completed.
We're getting more energy now because we've upgraded.
My faith is unbreakable.
Come over here, my friend. Put down the foundry.
By your command.
There it is. Thank you, lad.
What is your
We're
will?
regenerating slowly-ish.
Building completed.
We can maybe go for this reflection. That was energy. Behemoth. So that's 600. 5 food. I can get 2 of those. Or phantom attack. 600. That thing's going to be bonkers, surely. So I just got to hold out. And then scavenger. So not many of these actually require too much energy. Waveling regenerations. That's for your harassing structure. 600 though.
How can I serve?
We might need to
Research
maybe
completed.
try to spend on casters a little bit. Hang on a
On my
second.
way.
This is still mostly quenrium and not energy. I was trying to look for something that's very heavy on the energy. See, this is heavy on the energy, given those
The quenrium
commanders,
must
the upgrades.
flow.
Tear-shaped attack.
Of course, my lord.
So that's that. Oh, I
How
see.
can I serve?
Like breath of fire. Instantly allows unit to teleport instantly over short unit
my way.
distance. Flashy. Alright, let's go for a behemoth. That's the first one. Melee damage, legion range damage.
Our base is under
Ah,
attack.
there we go. He's found my expansion. So we're going to just take these guys off. We got what we got out of it. We're not going to keep much else.
On my way. It
We
shall
can take
be
a moment to try to look for another base. I'm not sure how much I profiteered from that expansion.
done. Of course, my lord. As you wish.
I'm very slowly building these guys. We need like pure mana,
What is your will?
pure energy.
On my way.
I'll keep one worker down here just so I can see when they're coming to hit.
As you wish.
Over here. Takes a long time to get that 600 quenrium,
What
even
is
with the
your will?
upgraded income. So I got to keep the expansion for a while, but not quite as long as I'd like.
What is your will?
Yeah, he's coming
Research
over here, which
completed.
probably means he's got expansion there.
We have encountered the enemy.
It shall be done.
Let's come down.
My faith is unbreakable.
Unless he's looking for more
The
expansions.
must flow. On my way. What is your will?
There he is.
I serve.
We have encountered the
Oh,
enemy.
yeah, he got expansion there. That's pretty set up.
Of course, my lord.
This guy would have to be an absolute
Acknowledged.
juggernaut.
We have encountered the enemy.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting
On
sniped.
my way.
My service is eternal.
My faith
Doesn't have the
is
expansion here.
unbreakable As you wish. By your command.
So he only has one expansion.
My faith is
We'll try to do
unbreakable.
casters, I think.
Of course, my lord. Of course, my lord.
We have encountered the enemy.
How can I serve? What is your will?
That's a little invisible dude.
I live.
He's going to give me away a little bit, though. It's a big vehicle.
Crusade requires.
How can I serve? More
Research completed.
Let's keep getting exemplars then, when we can afford. I don't know what their spells are, but we'll find out.
the quenrium must flow.
Straight. The good thing is these aren't costing vehicle population. I don't know if they're supposed to, but... Oh yeah, it says they cost food supply, actually, not vehicle.
How can I serve? As you wish.
So this guy has Imbue allied with power, increasing its damage by
What is your
10.
will?
Never link ability, and never leech ability.
We
Target
have
not valid
encountered
though,
the enemy.
sadly. No, my little
As you
dudes.
wish. What is your will? How can I serve? What is your will? By your command.
I hope these behemoths have some siege damage. Behemoth Fear,
How can I serve?
Void Missile.
We have encountered the enemy.
My faith is unbreakable.
Go, Behemoth, go. Show us what you're working with. The big lads have to get the job done.
We have encountered the enemy.
As I predicted. My search implementing.
See if I can body block him a bit.
Serving crusade.
Our base
Nice.
is under attack.
As you wish.
What is your will?
Behemoth rush.
The quenrium must flow.
Weapon systems
We
on.
have encountered the enemy. Our base is under attack.
Implementing. Command accepted. Command accepted.
By your command. What is your will? What is your will?
Engaging enemy.
What is your will? For honor!
Poor Behemoth's down now. I ain't got much else left to push him with. But I do have my expansion running. He'd have to get more Royal Guards. Because those are good against vehicles. Phantom tank is disabled.
My faith
Thanks to those
is
cheeky infantry units. Those stealthy assassins.
by your command.
I'm in a bit of a rough spot now.
Moving out.
I don't have a good way to spend this energy.
What is your will?
He'll be rebuilding that expansion. He'll probably come over to my expansion in a moment.
The quenrium must flow.
사소한 일입니다. I am a servant of the crusade.
Moving out.
I'm not sure what this Neverlink ability is.
알겠습니다.
Try for another Behemoth in a moment. Let's try that on you.
What is your will? Moving out.
That's about as much as I can get out of this.
I am a
He's
servant
getting
of the
ganged.
crusade.
That expansion's definitely gone.
Be done.
He's blocked me off from escaping. But the Behemoth comes in to save the day, surely.
Purification protocols engaged.
Surely.
Implementing.
Yeah, he's disabled. He's not doing anything.
Command accepted.
Well, that's me done.